So Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2, another lackluster, shambolic performance, really, Kenny. Our goalkeeper nearly got lobbed again. Who knew? Our goalkeeper had butterfingers for the second goal. We conceded off a throw-in. And our captain, but he got an assist, was trying to salsa dance with Evan Nilsson at the back stick, fell over the ball at the other end. Yeah, and again, was shambolic. I didn't realise Bukayo Saka was playing, if I'm honest. Martinelli. But don't worry though, Kenny. Yeah, because we missed Thomas Partey on Wednesday. Did he play today? Because no. I'm pretty sure he went in the squad, right? Oh, yeah. Last time we played Bournemouth, Kenny, the excuses were robbed. PGMOL have robbed us. Saliba red card. Well, guess what? Saliba played today, mate. What are you telling me, Kenny?
Oh my God! It just occurred to me that Bournemouth done a double over us. I can't believe it. Bournemouth have done a double over us, just like Aston Villa did a double over us. But all I'm trying to say is that I don't think any Arsenal fans surprised when I after we lost against West Ham, we had a group of home games, and I'm actually surprised we won two of them. I was surprised we beat Fulham. I was very surprised we beat Chelsea where we were playing, and the Crystal Palace result just didn't surprise me. Where I thought Crystal Palace raised their game and raised their levels of performance, that they'll beat us. I thought when we play against Brentford missed a trick, should have gone for it. Palace should have gone for it. Bournemouth realised that they weren't playing a prime Arsenal, weren't playing an Arsenal that's playing well, and they went for it, and they got exactly what they deserved. They're the better team from start to finish. Kirkes at left back was absolutely brilliant. The amount of chances he created for Evan Nilsson, the best forward, a proper centre forward, by the way. I repeat, a proper centre forward play today. And look what he did. He actually gave our defence a complete runaround. We had Kitara roasting Benjamin White at times with pace. And then you had the situation when they brought us Sabenya. That's when they tried to win the game. But once again, Odegaard, you've got to talk about what Odegaard did well. He made himself useful. Nice little assist for the goal. And then Declan Rice ran the keeper and scored. And then, let's be honest, that's the only useful thing Declan Rice did. There was a couple of interceptions, but apart from that, we didn't really know Declan Rice was playing. Thomas Partey was singled out as a player that holds on to the ball too much. He got robbed a few times. Bukayo Saka, as he said, just isn't there. He's not fit. He's basically asking. He's basically having match practice for the game on Wednesday. But for me, not fit. He clearly is a player that is playing his way into fitness. Good luck with that one, because that's only going to backfire on us. And let's face it backfired on us against last week. It backfired against Crystal Palace. Kind of backfired us against Brentford. And today it backfired. He played a full 90 minutes, but again. Well, he did play the full 90 minutes, thankfully. But again, it's one of those things where Mikel Arteta, for the first time, accepted that this team is poor. Because with 5 minutes to go, if you're 2-1 down and you're taking off your main men to save them for Paris, you've accepted, one, that you can't beat Bournemouth. One, the game is done. And you've finally come to the realisation that maybe this team is not as good as everyone thinks it is. And we have this conversation every season. Last season, we had that conversation after Aston Villa. The same sort of thing. We had that conversation 2 seasons ago. It's with Arsenal. It's always if only, what if, could have, should have. Oh dear, that's all it is with Arsenal. We're a team with a litany of excuses, but maybe we're just not very good, Lee. And that's what we've got to come to the conclusion that if certain teams have belief against us and certain teams play with just a little bit more intensity in us and running nuts off, they can beat us. I've been saying this all season, and I know the league is done. I know fans are saying, yeah, but, we're saving ourselves for PSG. Well, look what happened to Crystal Palace. You put in the same level of performance against Crystal Palace, thinking that because you played really well against Real Madrid, that miraculously you're going to replicate the Real Madrid performance after playing badly in the games after that. It doesn't work like that. Football's is a game which is a funny old game, but it's not that funny. You can't be playing shit. You can't be playing shit against Palace and expect to, raise your level because you're playing PSG. That didn't happen. bad habits from Crystal Palace went into the PSG game. After the PSG game, when players need a bit of confidence and need a bit of a boost for Wednesday, they put in a very poor performance. Now they can't use the excuse that they were saving their legs, because that's just wouldn't wash with me. Benjamin White is fresh as a daisy. Again, struggled. Miles Lewis-Skelly did well enough, but he was one of the players that looked okay. Thomas Partey in bursts played well. Martin Odegaard, again, you would have thought with the assist for the goal, Declan Rice, that he would actually, when he's 25 yards of goal, he might have a shot. Oh, no. Didn't fancy that. He gave it to someone else to have a shot. And then what happens? Moves, breaks down, and then Bournemouth go on the counter-attack. I mean, that was what happened a lot. It would have been an injustice. It's an injustice for me if we won the game. Not because I'll take it because I love Arsenal, but the way Bournemouth played today, they deserve something from the game. And that's an indictment of that season. I repeat, AFC Bournemouth did the double over Arsenal. Never been done before in their history. And they did the double over a team that apparently is better than Liverpool because Kieran McKenna said so. Because Marco Silva said so. Because our fans think, well, Liverpool ain't that great, and that if we were at our best, we're still levels above Liverpool. Well, the table doesn't agree with that. The table says we're 15 points behind, and deservedly so. Now, there's nothing on this game, but the fact is, you still got to win football matches. Let's not forget, our manager selected his full team, barring Marino and barring Timber. So if there was nothing in this game, why did you select a full team? Why did Bukayo Saka have to play? Why did Martinelli have to play?
The reason he selected a full team, Kenny, right? And before I get into that very quickly, right? Declan Rice got subbed off just before as the ball went out of play for a corner that he scored off of. Right? When you're 5 years old, and you're coaching 5-year-olds, coaching 10, 15-year-olds, 20, you never sub a player off when the opposition team have a corner. He subbed off Declan Rice for Mikel Merino and they scored straight from the corner. Where is our set piece coach telling him? Where's AirPod Albert? Where's the coach and stuff going, Mikel, come on. You can't do that. And Declan Rice receiving when he went off as well.
Yeah, but Declan Rice subbed himself. He subbed himself because he walked off. From my vantage point,
it looked like he was limping. If
he's limping, then the manager's kind of made the right decision. Maybe when he first saw him limping, he should have taken him off. But even so, the Bournemouth goal is a joke. It's a joke, mate. From a throw-in, which you made somehow you made it look like it was a corner. Houston has a free header and puts it in the back of the net.
And there was two men stood in the back stick for a tap-in as well.
Yeah. And you would have thought, right? You would have thought we would have learned a lesson. You would have thought that would galvanise us. But no, it galvanised Bournemouth. They thought, hang on here, we can win this because they saw this what happened with Crystal Palace and saw what happened with Brentford. I thought, hang on here, these guys are not at it. And that's what they nearly done. I mean, the routine was hilarious. It was pathetic. It was like ping pong. We didn't even know. At first, I thought it was an own goal because there's no way a keeper could make that bad of a mistake. But alas, he made a mistake, and then we had the farce of VAR where I was saying, I didn't see an handball, I didn't see an offside, and it was just like the last rights.
The reason he picked his first 11, Kenny, is because this geezer is rattled because he's kept the gimmick going about second, unprecedented with the injuries. Seven players when I walked out, I remembered they're all injured. Yeah, it's unprecedented what we've done. He knows he's shafted, and the pressure is coming, Kenny. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, he thought after Man City have got more wins than us in the league, and they went 1 in 13.
Yeah.
Well, we've conceded more goals than last season. We've scored less goals than last season. Less points than last season. But don't worry, we beat Real Madrid, Kenny.
Yeah, but there's still Arsenal fans who think that we've conceded less goals and that Liverpool have still conceded more goals than us. I mean, Scoopy Doo may be more confused. Now, the problem is that PSG becomes a massive game, and whether fans like it or not, and they don't like it, if we lose against PSG and the odds do based on his performance and based on the fact that PSG were excellent at their ground, then if we do lose, I'm afraid we're going to remember Bournemouth today. We're going to remember Crystal Palace. We're going to remember that Bournemouth have done a double against us. We'll remember the 13 draws. We're going to remember the 4 losses. And we're going to remember how easily Liverpool won the league. And then, if they say, well, we did the League Cup, they're going to remember how easily Newcastle beat us home and away. And then we're going to look at the Man United game, where Man United, with 10 men, were comfortable against us. And then we look at the game at Old Trafford, and Man United who couldn't give a damn, that put all the eggs in Europa League, and Man United team, they should have thrashed us because they've created open chances. Because remember, this is Arsenal, the best defence in the league. But how many clear-cut chances do Man United have? It's an effing joke. Why are people in such denial about how things have gone this season? But I hope and I pray that we turn it around, that I can forget about this season. I can celebrate a European Cup win. I could just about stomach the crap I've watched. But if I don't get what I need and what I want, then I'm never going to forget this, and I'm not going to let this go. And my calls for this manager to resign are going to be as loud as ever. I'm going to be louder than I'm going to even use the sort of Jamaicanisms and say halt rather than out. I'm going to be relentless. I will not get my own way, but you will not shut me up. You will not shut me up, because this season, this has been coming for a long, long while. When the pressure's on, Arsenal have not found wanting. Despite the fact we look more compact, despite the fact that we're better than we were before, and how being compact counts for nothing if there's no trophies. And yes, I am going to look at the Europa League final and look at Man United, the thought of those two teams winning a trophy instead of us. And I will be angry. I am angry about Newcastle winning the Carabao Cup because they beat us in the way to semi-final. And I am allowed to be angry about Man City winning a cup, or even Crystal Palace winning it. And I'm allowed to be angry about Chelsea winning the Conference League. And the reason why I'm allowed to be angry about all of that is because the season's been so poor. I can't even the people who paper over the cracks can't paper over this. You can't put a sticky tape over this. You can't put a plaster on that wound. The wound is massive. Bournemouth have done a double against us. Liverpool have got a game in hand, and they've got 15 points difference than us. Let's not even talk about the goals they scored and the goals they conceded, which is less than ours. It's been an embarrassment this season, and people can't say it. I don't even care about VAR or injuries, because that won't wash. Not this season.
No, facts. Listen, Kenny, very passionate, man. Get yourself home safely. Get ready for Wednesday, mate, because it's make or break, isn't it?
And we're a goal down as well. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, man. Listen, follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. We're out. Laters.